everyone, you are listening to Locked In with Lola, the first of many on this new YouTube series. This is the first poolside conversation of this wonderful holiday that we are on because of this amazing woman who we're going to be talking to today. What's your name?
Edie.
Edie what?
Chesters.
Edie what? Chesters?
Oh no.
Well, maybe later. So the point of this podcast YouTube series is to get to know creatives and people and basically find out what really makes them tick, what is their passions. Edie has a lot, so I feel like this could be a very interesting episode. She did just lead us in about an hour and a half yoga session. She is a true yogi at heart. Anyways, so Edie, tell us about yourself.
Well, hello. I am a singer, actor, fashion guru. So yeah, I sing in a band, frontwoman a band called Living Island, who are sort of a indie synth kind of vibe. I studied drama at arts educational schools, and yeah, I'm into all things creative, songwriting, writing, poetry, those kind of vibes.
Amazing. So I think what I first want to talk to you about is the drama, because Edie and I actually went to the same acting and singing school when we were younger. It goes by the name of Sylvia Young Theatre School, even though we didn't meet, which is kind of crazy, but I think we must have done either different Thursdays or Saturdays, something like that. Anyways, so was that where your passion for like singing, acting, all things creative started, or was that before? Is this like your parents' influences? Where did like this kind of creative streak that you're kind of wanting to turn into a career start from?
Well, I actually started when I was really young, which is, you know, the classic thing everyone says. But I started going to Stagecoach, big up Stagecoach, when I was 4 till 11. Yeah, it was my parents / my godmother, Sarah Kaywood, shout out. And that's kind of where I got into it when I was younger, because I just had a lot of big influences in sort of drama music scenes. But yeah, so drama wise, then I started going to Sylvia Young. And yeah, from then on, it was a passion to start with, but now it's come into hopefully a career path.
And why has it come into a career path? Because, you know, I think for me, I loved all that stuff and I loved it a lot, but I've kind of found that I don't want to make a career out of it, and I'd like to keep like the singing and the acting as more, well, even though I'm doing it as a degree, I like to keep it as more of a passion, but I found like podcasts, radios, like YouTube things slightly more attractive, and I thought I could combine those skills more. So what made you want to actually make your hobbies and the things that you're passionate about like a career, and has the last like quarantine and lockdown affected that? Because I believe it has.
Yeah, it definitely has. So I guess the reason that I want it to go into a career more now is because since getting into arts ed, I was studying it full time. It was a really intense period, but it was just so enjoyable, like always putting on shows, always making things a reality, really, meeting loads of creative people, just realising they're the kind of people I want to surround myself with. Plus just like the feeling of getting on stage, like that's really what I love. So I'm more into theatre acting than anything else. Yeah, so the feeling of getting on stage makes me want to do it all the time. So if I could just do that as a career and have some side hobbies maybe as well, then I definitely would. Yeah, things have changed also during lockdown. I've started to think about other things more as well, like possibly careers in music or fashion, just because the live industry has kind of gone downhill for us creatives. So yeah, I like writing and possibly journalism as well. So yeah.
And did you ever see yourself before this whole lockdown, COVID-19, becoming a journalist? And because for me personally, I didn't see myself either really doing like music journalism or stuff like that. But I think having the time to do that kind of stuff is what really pushed me towards doing that. So do you feel like without, you know, the whole of COVID-19 and everything, that you wouldn't be doing like writing or even be interested in writing, or has it always been a passion? Because I know you've always written like music and stuff, but journalism is very different, I would say, from writing like song lyrics and bars. So
yeah, definitely. I guess the thing that really got me interested in journalism to begin with is it's actually kind of embarrassing, but the fact that I didn't get into drama school this year, it just made me realize that, I do still want to pursue drama, but I don't necessarily have to go to drama school. I probably will try again in the future, but I also wanted to keep my options open. And I think at first when I found out that I didn't get into drama school, it was like quite hard hitting. So I wanted to like focus my energy on other things. I ended up just like, brainstorming loads of stuff and like trying to figure out what my passions are and then like what career paths then I could possibly go into. And journalism just fit really because, you know, I'm into music, I'm into drama, live theatre, fashion, and all of those things like that I'm passionate about. I also love talking and writing about. So like I guess it definitely was partly to do with lockdown as well, because it's been a confidence knock in terms of being creative, doing drama, doing singing, writing. It's been a big confidence knock. It's been hard to find inspiration all the time when you don't have inspiration around you to like create things. So yeah, definitely journalism is a very, very new thing for me that I just want to like test the water with.
Amazing. Are there any projects that you are currently working on in terms of acting or music? And do you think that, you know, in the fashion world, if you make your way into that it'll be through journalism, or because you're so well dressed, do you think it could be maybe styling, things like that? Like what are you doing at the moment? What's making up your days?
So firstly I'll talk about the fact that I'm actually doing a short film. There's one thing. So that's a project that I'm doing at the moment, and that's really been helping me like keep going. I'll just like give a little quick synopsis. It's just like a sort of Harvey Weinstein type character is the lead, and then there's 3 showgirls and I'm playing a showgirl, and just like how like the abuse affects them and stuff like that. So by the way, shout out to Bengal, who Tiger Studios, that's the film and the director, and so I'm doing that, which is really, really fun, really exciting, getting back into it, being able to, but that's a film as well, so it's not actually live. Also, another project is my band, Living Island. We're constantly writing and creating things, and hopefully going to start gigging as well soon.
Who's in the band?
So we have Otto Fitzgerald, who's my boyfriend as well, guitarist. Ollie McDade, who's the other singer, guitarist. Ben Chesters, he's my brother, and he's on drums. And then Yuri Shibushi. I actually don't know how to pronounce your surname, I'm really sorry. Shibushi, who is a bassist as well. And then I play a bit of synth as well, so synth and singing. But yeah, so we got that. And then in terms of fashion and what you're saying, I want to go through it in a journalist way, but that's partly because I need to focus on acting as a career path. So therefore, like styling, I feel like I might need to have more energy and more time to be able to get into styling. But that would be a dream. Working in styling I would absolutely adore. Like that's definitely a big passion.
Amazing. And luckily we have been able to come to Portugal this year in your beautiful house in Quatera. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Yes. Small wins. And can you tell us a bit about how this place is yours, and a bit about your parents, maybe even what they were into when they were younger, how that's influenced you, and perhaps even you led us in a yoga session. I can imagine that's all tied up in the same kind of shebang. So can you perhaps tell us a little bit about this place, what this place means to you, what Portugal means to you, and maybe your identity?
Well, I wish I could identify as Portuguese, but unfortunately I can't. Yeah, so this is actually my nan's partner's place. So my mum's stepdad, and I've been coming here since I was like 6 or 7. It's beautiful. It's like my second home, basically. So lucky to have a place in another country, and especially Portugal, which is just so beautiful. My parents are currently actually buying half of the place off my granddad, if you like, as well, which is super exciting because it means it'll be like half and half, ours and his. So yeah, we usually come here in the summer months. He prefers the winter. This place is just beautiful. And again, yoga. Yeah, like it's the perfect spot for yoga. My dad's a big yogi, so I kind of got that from him. And in terms of my parents as well, like definitely music I got from them. My dad's in a band. He plays drums in the Blue Tones. And yeah, my mum's like punk rocker. Really cool woman. So shout out to mum and dad. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's my mum's skirt. There you go. It's very cool actually. Yeah, little twirl. Yeah. So and fashion as well. Of course, I literally wear like most of my mum's clothes when she was younger. She's saved me piles and piles in suitcases over the years and kept in the garage. So yeah, definitely all my inspirations have come from my parents, if I'm honest.
Amazing, and I completely relate. I mean, I think all my wardrobe is my mum's, which is amazing because it's basically like free vintage shopping. And she hasn't mentioned this, but in their house they have created a charity shop, which is insane. I mean, when you come on holiday, you don't expect for someone to be like, and we have a whole shop for you, and it's perfect because we're doing
free as well,
which is extra good. We are 20-year-olds, so that is extra good. But yeah, because especially it's really good because we're doing couples cook-off. We've decided not to call it Come Dine With Me because the entertainment side of it can be a bit labouring, is that the right word? Intense and labouring. So it's really good because it means we all pick a theme, and I mean we can borrow stuff from the charity shop, as I did with this beautiful skirt. And yeah, now I really want to ask you a few quick fire questions. So my first one is, can you name your top 5 favourite albums for me? And you can take your time because, I mean, if someone asked me that, I'd literally just screw them. I'd be like, what are you on about? But yeah, can you name your at least top 3, top 5? It can be songs, but I think albums is more interesting. Or you can say the artist names. Yeah.
Well, definitely I'd say at the moment, my kind of top listen is 925 by Sorry, which is like a really banging album. I actually just got the record for my birthday, which was like about a month ago now. So yeah, that's really amazing. It's so embarrassing, I can't remember the name of the album, but Snail Mail, and it's like Pristine. I can't remember if that's the name of the album or just the leading song, but yeah, but Snail Mail and Pristine's like my favorite song. Ooh, this is so hard. Let me think. I'm trying to think of some oldies as well that I love. I guess like
what have we been listening to this last few kind of days? You've been listening to some good old albums. I think the Beatles definitely is a fan favourite of everyone here, but I mean also everyone in the world.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say like Abbey Road, White Album, some bangers in those. I love like everything Beatles though, so really any of them. I really can't pick my favourite album. Possibly the White Album, and maybe Blondie as well, I'd say. Blondie's up there with my faves. Yeah, we haven't played enough. Yeah, I'd say like Parallel Lines by Blondie. That album is great. One more, I think. I'll say Always. The album Always, which is actually spelled. So the band are called Always, and my favorite album of Always is the album Always. I just said Always too many times, like way too many times. Yeah, and it's spelled ALVV. AYS. That's it. Instead of W. There we go.
Amazing. So you actually did very well, I think, in the quick fire. Maybe it was maybe a bit longer than I thought. But the next quick fire is, can you name me your maybe top 3 fashion designers or shops that you like to go to? It can be vintage stores, charity stores, or Selfridges, whatever you like. I'd like to shout out Nude Lagoon, what I'm wearing. They're a great Depop brand that is now turning into their own kind of fashion label. She gifted me this, so yeah, big love to her. Not for this video, but just, I don't know, I just love her brand and I love her stuff, so big shout out. But do you have any brands like that you kind of really enjoy wearing, telling people about?
Definitely, first of all, I'm gonna shout out Cricket Eyes, because it's an amazing brand, which is like, I come from like small, it's a friend, so that's like also an amazing thing as well. So shout out Cricket Eyes. Go look up her shop and her Instagram. And I'll say Naked Wolf, definitely. Like, I'm big Naked Wolf fan. Yeah, I know, I should have had the boots out here. Yeah, go for it. We'll show. I've also got their glasses, but I don't know if you'll be able to find those. So yeah, shout out to Naked Wolf. Their sunnies, their bags, their shoes especially. They actually came from, like, they started really, really small. Oh my God, look how dirty they are. It's so embarrassing. They're actually so embarrassing how dirty they are. I can't believe it. But I have had these for like 4 years, to be fair. So I think it's kind of fair enough. And I haven't cleaned them in like years. So yeah, Naked Wolf, definitely. I mean, I was gonna say Beyond Retro as a vintage store, but then also I feel like Goldsmiths is maybe even better than Beyond Retro in my opinion. Yeah, the tote bag is okay. Yeah, that's enough. But yeah, so those 3 or 4.
Amazing. Now, my last quickfire question. Actually, no, my second last quickfire question is, what is your favourite food in the world that you can eat? Because she is a vegetarian, and she's actually a very good vegetarian when she's in London. She is. But yeah, what's your favourite restaurant? Do you have any places that people should go, perhaps even on dates or just with friends, mates, the lads, the gals? Tell us.
Well, that's actually such a hard question, because I love all things food, but like I literally can't even think about like what's my favorite restaurant. It's so mad. It's actually funny because I should be saying something really good and vegetarian, but I'm just totally not going to. I'm gonna go straight out there with Marufo's, which is down the road from here. So in Portugal, it does like the most amazing chicken, which is so embarrassing. I swear, like I usually am really good, but not when I'm here. Just because it's kind of harder to be as well when you're here, because only really recently have they started doing vegan and vegetarian food. Like more, like it's not a very mainstream, like westernized place yet, and it's like really come from something so small into like way more built up. So they're kind of only just tagging along to in maybe like the last 5 years, the kind of vegetarian vegan stuff. But yeah, definitely Marufo's. I can't think of anything vegetarian. That's so embarrassing, but there we go.
No, I can literally back Marufo's any day of the week. It was incredible. Like, I didn't even know how hungry I was until we got there. And we was playing this game of Shithead. If you don't know Shithead, get to know. Great card game, which we actually haven't been able to like finish a match yet as couples, which is worrying. I think that's on today's agenda, hopefully. We'll see. And then the food came, and honestly, there was silence. No one talked at all. And then suddenly, I don't know, maybe the alcohol hit, and we were ordering all sorts of desserts, and they were intense. I didn't know mine was like an ice cream dessert, and I love ice cream, but like not a whole chunk of like a dessert. It was still great. But yeah, I think that's one great thing about being in Portugal, especially because I've never been to Portugal before. Not knowing really what the food is I know that it's gonna be great fish and great chicken, but I can't speak Portuguese. I can't read Portuguese. So it's interesting for me. Yeah, but it's interesting to just guess. I'm like, I'm going to get that and see what it is. Right, I think the rain, which is really weird to say in Portugal, might be coming. So I think we should do the last question and wrap this up. So my last question is, if someone was in London for the day, where should they go? First time ever.
Oh gosh, first time ever. I mean, possibly pretty basic, but I'd say like Notting Hill Gate is quite fun. Ladbroke Grove area, Portobello, yeah. So yeah, there's some cute bars, restaurants, like cafes. The market is amazing. So on a Saturday, actually, one other thing I'll say, I actually work at a tomato stall for Isle of Wight tomatoes. So another place you should go is Pimlico and see me on Saturdays from 9 till 2. There you go.
Well, this has been Edie Chesters on your first Locked In with Lola Poolside conversation, the YouTube series where I'm basically going to be talking to people about what they're passionate about. You've been an amazing guest. Thank you for this place. Thank you for this chat. Thank you for taking the time out of your day. She looks incredible, guys. So, you know, she did it really quickly as well. I was like, I literally said to her after our yoga session, I was like, I've had an inspirational moment. We need to record. But yeah, literally. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Coming up, it will be a little performance, I think, maybe from Edie and Otto, her boyfriend, because I also want to do like a kind of Tiny Desk-esque, I don't know if I can say that, but Tiny Desk-esque kind of thing at the end of it if I'm interviewing musicians or artists. Yeah, even if you're a spoken word artist and, you know, you like the look of this and you're thinking, I don't know if I can perform with a guitar, it's fine because you can sit here, read out whatever you want. So yeah, if you're interested in being on this, it won't always be poolside conversations because I don't have a pool. Crazy, in London, I don't have a pool. But no, we'll always make it really cool. So yeah, if you're interested, let me know. The Instagram will still be the same as last year for the radio show at Locked In with Lola. This is just going to be accessible to you on YouTube and hopefully Spotify. We'll see. Maybe like SoundCloud, but whatever. Anyway, so this has been Edie Chesters. You've been a wonderful guest. Thank you. I'm like scared again. And yeah, see you guys for the next one. Bye.
I gotta lose a reputation. Oh no, I'm losing my mind. Tell me all about your sad life again. Oh boy, don't you wanna hear mine? Sorry, how you doing? How's your boyfriend? Doing your head in, well at least you got one. Got one. Your house is too big, but you just keep losing your kids. Losing your kids and your friends. Wow, must be hard having too many cakes in your fridge. My God, it's bad at the bottom. The bottom, the bottom. Oh, it's so hard having too much to do. Too much to do. So I just sit back for a moment. And I sometimes wish that I was you. Forgive me, please, don't wanna sound ungrateful. When I get sad, I can get confused. I just want a man and a happy marriage. Oh, I don't wanna be rich, I just wanna manage. Looks like you've lost your reputation. Although it looks like you don't care. Didn't give in to the temptation. The wicked game of empty glass. You turned your life around in pennies. kids and clothes and mortgages. And I just stand and I just stare. My God, it's bad at the bottom, the bottom, the bottom.